Time to have a look at the meet on the Poly out in Quebec at Fairview Racecourse. Hello everybody, welcome. Race 2, scratch number 2, scratch 9, scratch 10, scratch 12. So quite a few out here, 2, 9, 10 and 12. Can tell you that our number is 069 164 3272 and our QR code is on your screen as well. You use that if you're watching on the DSTV 240. Just take your phone and open up your Betway account. Nino Podesta's got some good information for us because I can tell you early that he's tipping a straight line bipod. So it does look like a relatively good card, hopefully for punting purposes. Nino, good morning.
Good morning, Clyde. I think from race 2 to 7, we can go light. I do like horses strong. It gets a bit trickier the last 2 races.
Okay, and tell me something. What are we doing with all to comes to begin with? Race 2. Is this
there's plenty. I think all to comes, you can look at horses like X10 Princess, race 3, number 4, Stone of Scone. I think Roman Agent will win. I think Marchland will win, and my best bet on the card is the Novi, and She's So Wonderful. She's my world.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. So there's quite some decent racing. So that bipod straight line for Nino, 141511. Take it whatever your budget can afford, and we're hoping to get some of that bipod money. Okay, let's get to the third. It's a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Take out 2, take out 3. Not running 2 and 3 in this race. And in this particular event, Stone of Scone looks the right horse. In form, much better run last time out. Dean Smith, Craig Zaki, they team up. They priced up at 16 to 10 to win it. I'm not sure what you know, Nino, about the baby. The first time in number 13, Among the Willows, who is currently trading at 7 to 2. Hasn't been much in the market, I don't think, for it. It's relatively quiet. Not sure if you've heard anything about it.
No, Clyde, I haven't. Unfortunately, not. But she's a first-timer running on Poly. She's a very, very well-bred filly by Buffalo Bill. She could be anything, but running on Poly first time. It's always going to be a difficult task for them. I like Stone of Scone. I believe that is the right horse from a one draw, as you said. With I think whatever beats her will win the race. Just keep an eye on the American Gem. You can disregard that last run. The previous runs were quite good in Durban, but she jumps from a 13 draw. All in all, I think whatever beats Stone of Scone will win. And that is why I've banked in my PA and in the bipod.
Yep, as you'll notice, Nino's first 3 quarters of the PA easy, and then the last 2 legs are quite hard. And that's why that perm costs 21 Rand. Just to give you an idea as to what the stable says about Roman Agent here, in good space and working well, has a winning chance. So, I know you make this very hard to beat, Roman Agent, and in terms of the market, I can tell you, currently priced up at around 7 to 10 or thereabouts, 7.5 to 10. 2, Joker Man is the second choice at 28 to 10. 7, Warrior of Royalty, trading at 11 to 2. And I thought that last start of Warrior of Royalty was pretty decent when beating Real War on that occasion. But I guess Roman Agent, the right horse.
Clyde, I believe so. I would have been much, much more confident if it stayed on turf. But he has run second to Cliff Top over course and distance. And he ran third behind Fairy Night, although that was over the 12. But I think 1,000 is perfect. I just cannot see on the form that is available to us how this horse can possibly get beat. You mentioned Warrior of Royalty. He carries 52. I know Roman Agent's got to give him 9.5 kilos, but he's up in class. He takes a big jump in class, does Warrior of Royalty. Clyde, for me, Roman Agent is impossible to beat. I make him one of the better bets on the call.
Fair enough. Wayne Agrella will hopefully steal it home for Kelly Mitchley. Roman Agent, the horse to beat our banker. We're bankering in the next leg. We banker 5. We've got 3 bankers in this pick 6 that cost 63 Rand. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next race on the card and have a look at the Ladies Slipper Stakes. It's a listed event. They're going over 1,400 meters, and this horse looks very decent in the making, Marchland. And I say that because the two starts to date have been really impressive. Won the Fillies Nursery quite comfortably. Lovely looker, big, bold type of horse. Muzi's on her, going over the 14 now, going on the Polly. And perhaps that's the only reservation, I would imagine, Nino. But other than that, hard to beat.
Yes, Clyde, I don't have a problem with the distance. Being by Malmouth out of a Western Wintermere, the distance is not going to be a problem. I think this is the best filly in PE, and I suggest to the people that they stick with her until she gets beaten. Clyde, the only slight concern is the Polly, but that is unfortunately one of those things that we can't or we don't know about. We'll see how she goes on the Polly. If she handles the Polly, I think she will win. The only dangers to me, if people want to add in the pick six, which is a very small perm, is Malibu Ice and Obsidian Star. I think those two will give her a run for her money, but I believe this is the best filly in PE, and I'm going to stick with her until she gets beaten.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like the right horse, Marchland. Kelly Mitchell's got a line with a couple of horses with a horse called On the Outside. And I think Marchland is far superior to that. So based on that, hard to beat. Banker 5 in this jackpot. Fairview 1400, Zanovi. Looks like the right one because this guy has won his last two starts and he's won it really well. Based on that, he does look like he's the horse to beat, Yazanovi. He's priced up at 8 to 10. Richard Fourie and Alan Kreeft team up here. There's been a lot of talk about King's Regent, who I see has shortened. I think it opened 8 to 1 or something like that. Is now 33 to 10. And Malasela Kachedi's there to ride it for the Glen Cotson stable. So there's been quite a lot of follow through in the market for that horse, Nino, King Regent. But Zanovi's been impressive.
Clyde, I can tell you that the money on King's Regent is not stable money. Take it from me because I know. But some very shrewd punter has based his facts on that King Regent. If you remember, 2 years ago, won the Poly Challenge. He won all three legs of the Poly Challenge: 1200, 1400, and 1600. And he's unbeaten on this surface. But he was a 4-year-old then. He's now 6-year-old, and he's done absolutely nothing since that last win. He hasn't won another race since. In my own personal pick six, I'm going to bank to Zanovi. I think he'll take a power of beating. But now you have to respect King Regent. But if you put King Regent in on the run behind Snow Pilot, you can't beat Scottish Kiss. So you either bank Zanovi like I'm doing in mine, or you have to put all three in.
Yeah. I was going to ask you what you thought of Scottish Kiss. Justin Snaith bringing Scottish Kiss to compete on the Poly. But you've summed it up for us. So thanks for that. So we're bankering Zanovi in the play and in some of the play. And of course, Nino adding in King Regent and Scottish Kiss in other plays. So this particular jackpot cost 63 Rand. The Milkwood Stakes, let's have a look at it. And in this particular event, let me give you an idea as to how they're betting. The favourite is number 1, She's My World, from the Western Cape. Justin Snaith, Muzieni team up. Priced up at 12 to 10 to win it. 7, Danish Dynamite. Craig Zaki and Dean Smith. Loves Polly Horse. It's trading at 5 to 2 in a decent horse in the making too. 8 to 1 about 3, Virgin River. 2, Song of Myself is trading at around 10 to 1 at the moment. So is number 8, Hot Sauce. And then it's 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I guess She's My World, the right horse, Nino. But you also have to respect the likes of Danish Dynamite, and maybe it goes a bit deeper, or what's the plan from your side?
No, Clyde, from my side, I think She's My World is a penalty kick. I just cannot see how she's going to get beaten. Look at the run behind Asia Fambili. She beat Stormwatch. No, I cannot see her getting beat. I can't even tell you who the dangers are. I cannot see a Danish Dynamite beating She's My World. She's a 1,000-meter specialist. She's My World I'm talking about. says Danish Dynamite, but they in different class as far as I'm concerned. And what gives you more confidence here, Clyde, is that Justin Snaith hates to run his horses on poly, but he's kept his horse in. And I think that Scottish Kiss in the race before could have been his travelling companion. Remember, he scratched Lucy's World earlier on the card, but he's kept this horse in, and that is what gives me the utmost confidence that Justin Snaith is going to win this race. Drawn 1, Muzieni up. She's going to take all the beating.
Okay, interesting. Thanks for that. See how this fares against the likes of Danish Dynamite. Nino, very confident that She's My World is hard to beat. Okay, so now it gets a little bit tougher. The 8th race on the card is a handicap over 1,600 metres. We're doing this Friday morning, and scratch the 7, scratch the 10, scratch the 16. They're all out of it. Let me give you an update on the betting with regards to the race. And number 8 on the card, Aminato is the favourite, priced up at 28 to 10. 9 Sun Spectacular is 5 to 1. Number 1, Gorgeous Cape, is trading at 11 to 2. And number 6, Flower Festival, is priced up at 8 to 1. Then 11, Lana View, 8s, and then you can get 12s and better the balance. You did say, Nina, from this moment on, it becomes a little harder.
Yes, Clyde, yeah, I believe that it becomes a little more trickier race 8 and 9, but Aminato is the right horse here. 28 to 10, I think, is a fair price. He actually proved me wrong last time out. I thought he would. I thought he was better on the turf, but he proved that he can run on the poly as well. Look, the point here that I'm making, it's either Aminato or anything. If Aminato gets beaten, I think we could get a result. So I'm looking for a result here. I've taken quite a few horses in this race, and hopefully we can get a result. But in saying that, I think Aminato is the filly to beat. But the Nimplatina out of Trippy Mare, I think the 1600 will even be better for her. So definitely the horse to beat. But let's see how we go here, and we might get a result, hopefully.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll use the 8 in our play in the trifectas, because whilst it's either Aminato or anything, as you say. So in the case of the trifecta, we'll use Aminato with 2, 4, 6, 9 and 11. That'll cost 90 Rand. Floating Aminato to run in the top 3, a floating banker with 1, 2, 4, 6, 9 and 11. Okay, last race on the card. Maybe we can catch this quartet, get a bit of money out of this handicap at the 68 level. In terms of the horses not running, take out 9, 10, 11 and 16. They're all out. 9, 10, 11, 16, no longer taking part in the final race on the card. The market, well, in this case, they bet 22 to 10 about Ridian. Craig Zaki is riding that for the Dean Smith stable, probably the horse to beat. 1 T-Rex is 11 to 2, 7 Silver of Sunshine's 11 to 2, and the 8 horse Hospice de Bourne is at 7 to 1. You can get 7 to 1 about the 14 Green Planet, and then 20 to 1 and better about the balance. I guess Dean Smith's horse may be the right one, Nino. But again, it's a case of Ridian or anything.
Yeah, Clyde, Ridian is a horse to beat. Look at that run last time over course and distance. Should never have got beat. And beat a very good horse in Clancy that's going to win plenty races in PE. If you remember Clancy, I think she was with the Candice Bass stable. She hasn't stopped winning in PE. Drawn 3, Craig Zaki up. Definitely the horse to beat. T-Rex hasn't missed a place since he's relocated to PE. He's run first, second and third. Has not missed a place and has won over course and distance. And then Sliver of Sunshine, I wasn't going to add that in because he was drawn 16, right? But there have been 4 scratchings. So he comes in now 12 out of 12, which isn't so bad. And he did win a very good race, also over course and distance. The winner will come from 1, 4 and 7, but the 4 is the horse to beat. But you can't banker in the last. I don't want to take a chance and to go into the last leg with a banker. So I'll put all 3 in, but Ridian is my strong first choice.
Just watch that horse, Green Planet, because that form line's not too bad, eh? So just keep your eye out for that one. I think it's Calvin Habib's ride for Duncan McKenzie. There have been several winners from the rhythm form line. So just watch out for that one as well. 147 for Nino in the swinger box.